Excuse me, I'm just gonna see if somebody come in. I'll put the TV on QVC so I can just glance and put it down low. How y'all doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. I got my coffee over here. Yesterday I didn't have a live coffee with Grandma. Let me take a sip. Yesterday, y'all, I just couldn't get it going. I'm still tired from when I had my grandbaby. And I figure if I, rest up a little bit, even this morning when I got up and was moving around and everything, my husband's going to cut grass. Let me find something I can put QVC on. Maybe I'm putting on some kind of clearance. Y'all know when they have clearance, it's still not really like clearance. I was in Walmart yesterday, and I don't know what they would call it clearance, but I'm gonna leave it right there. Turn it down on low. Okay, I didn't have a coffee with Grandma. Yesterday. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to work on a schedule where I don't think I'm gonna have this coffee with Grandma every day, cause it's a little taxing, y'all. And we need to take care of ourselves all the time, and really especially when you get a little age on you. So I don't know what I did with my good writing pen. Let me find me a pen, y'all. And then we can start back talking. Okay. Hey, how y'all doing? Good morning. Good morning. Y'all, please stay and let your time here count. Please, there's 11 in the chat. Give the video a thumbs up. Today is Wednesday, July the 29th. Before you know it, July is gonna be gone, y'all. But what I was saying, I'm gonna change my channel and try to, get a better schedule. Because I just do not feel like going live every morning anymore. Hey, Kathy. How you doing, Catherine? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Where are you from? I got something in my glasses. Is your day starting off okay? Mine got started a little slow. I probably got to run some air when I get out of here. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let me try to get this adjusted. Sorry about that. I knocked the phone down. Hey, Geraldine. How you doing? Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope y'all day has got to a marvelous start with not a whole lot of, kicks in the side. Oh, thank you, Geraldine. I appreciate it. I've been trying to work on this hair. I want I want to straighten it, but since it's summertime, just keep my curls. I can't get my glasses clean, y'all. Geraldine and Catherine, where are y'all from? What state? Or are you from somewhere out of the country? Oh, thank you. I went natural, and today I'm using my Starbucks mug with the square handle. I got on a warmer over there, and I put something on top of it, and it's warm. I went all natural about 5, 6 years. Hello, Audrey. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. You know, oh, you're from Tennessee? Tennessee is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. Thank you, Audrey. I try for an old lady. Yeah, I try. A few weeks ago. Oh, Nightbot coming in. I'm glad y'all stopped by because someone told me, say, if you do your live on your phone, you'll get more views because it'll be in the shorts feed. So I'm glad y'all have stopped by, join in the conversation, and tell me some things you like to do. One thing I like to do, hence my name, my YouTube name, Thrifting Grandma. My husband and I both love to thrift. So now what we got to do, you have a great day too, Audrey. I appreciate you coming back. And I thank y'all for the thumbs up. You like to swim? I wish I knew how to swim. But growing up, thanks for the hearts. Growing up, that was a luxury we didn't have. You know, we grew up in the country and we barely knew what a swim. We knew what a swimming hole was, but we didn't live close to one. And if we did live close to one, we had gone. Our parents would have gave us a good thrashing. Let me see. It's a message held for a review. Let me see. No, I'm using my mouse. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in my live and see. Hold on. Well, you ought to be getting good exercise. You love to swim. Now, let me see. Hi, Kaden. How you doing? Thank y'all for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. I like to thrift. I like to read, but I don't get much chance to read. I like to sew. I like to do things with little kids. I keep my great grandbaby sometime, and he is a hoot. And we really we go thrifting every chance we get. Let me see y'all. See, I got a message. Oh, I love to thrift. You know, I was looking at a message that hell for review. You can find some great things thrifting. Just about every piece of furniture in my house beside my dining room came from a thrift store. Now we have gotten some things from the yard sale, but that's mainly, I might get a shirt or something like that from the yard sale. 5 in the chat and 5 thumbs up. Thank you so much. I am a Walmart partner, so if y'all order online at Walmart, let me know. Let me put my Walmart storefront in. Hope I get it right. I hope that's it. I hope I got it right. Good morning, Patricia. Patricia, did you take care of that one they said hell for review? I think it was a derogatory message. People come, some people can be so nice. Then you might have somebody that come in. I think I got it. Then you'll have somebody that'll come in and do just like that person did. And it's uncalled for. I got the TV on QVC. Patricia, I'm sorry, y'all. I did not have a live yesterday. I don't think I'm gonna do this every day. Hey, Catherine, do you know that Jimmy? Is he putting? I think he put something. Jimmy Bradley. Jimmy, you don't want to be kicked to the curb. I'm trying to be nice. Don't come in here and think you're gonna take over. Patricia, I made all my part. My husband, I let my one part left yesterday, so I told my husband go ahead on and use that. I had some coffee, some loose coffee that I can put in my Mr. Coffee. So I remember how many scoops. I asked you how many scoops you put in for 1 cup because I had forgotten how to make the coffee in the Mr. Coffee. And I put it in there. We went to the store and I forgot I had my coffee in there, but I hadn't turned it on. So when we came back and I put everything away, I made that coffee and I said, let me taste it before I put my cream in here. And I don't want to be wasting, my half and half. The coffee even tastes good without cream and sugar. So I said, if I have to go to black coffee, I can dig it. Catherine, don't tell Jimmy nothing. I report him to you. So I needed some purple thread for something I'm working on. So when I went to Walmart, got purple thread. I always pick up my grandbaby some socks or something when I'm there. Because sometimes when my daughter rushing to work, rushing to pack his bag, she forget the socks. So I bought some. I'm trying to see what's on QVC. Yeah. Catherine, I usually go in the morning, but right now I'm kind of in limbo because I'm trying to work out a better schedule. But if I do, it will be around this time. So if you get a chance to stop by, stop and say hi, even if you can't stay. I appreciate you coming by. I didn't know black coffee wasn't taste good. I know one time when I asked my cardiologist about me drinking coffee, she said if you're drinking black, drink all you want, cause that ain't nothing but water with a little flavor in it. So, but the problem come in. All right, bye bye. Have a great day. I'm not gonna let anybody be mean to me. Thank you so much for your, for your help and your support. You have a great day too. Let's see. I went to the store. I told my husband I'm gonna start keeping me some coffee so when my pods get lower, I don't have any. I can make some in Mr. Coffee. And I'm thinking I prefer the coffee that I make in Mr. Coffee better than I do the coffee, from the pods. And this Keurig I got now, my daughter gave it to me for Christmas. She gave me the Keurig, and it can make the iced coffee. The one I had before that, a kind of cranberry color, she gave me that for my birthday one year. Yeah, some people that mean, you know, I heard a pastor say, some people born in this world not to do any good to anyone or for anyone, just like our president. I ran over a video yesterday that he made when he was young. I don't know if I think I saved it because they would like save it in case they take it down. So I saved it. But Patricia, I think I'm trying to work on a new schedule because I don't want to be getting up real early trying to get and do a live. So I may do coffee with grandma maybe 2 or 3 days a week. I don't think I want to do it on Monday because if I have a busy Sunday, I don't want to be getting up early on Monday. Or if I do get up, sometimes when you get up, you're moving slow. You know, you're trying to get this done. Like if I got my great grandbaby, I got to get up, get him dressed, give him his breakfast, and I probably already be dragging. So I'm thinking I'm gonna change. I'm working on my schedule. So right now, I don't have anything concrete, but I'm trying to get something in my mind. I was thinking about doing coffee with grandma maybe Tuesday through Thursday or Tuesday through Friday, but not early. Let's see. Maybe maybe 9 or 10. That will give me a chance. Sometimes if I wake up, sometimes I wake up like 6:15, but I don't feel like getting up. I'll check the time and everything. I might drink some of my water because y'all know I got to drink a lot of water because of kidney health. So I might wake up and drink some water, lay back down, check my phone, and and I may get up and use the facilities, brush my teeth and everything, take my medicine, get in, lay back down, maybe watch some YouTube. But mainly I would just lay there and rest. Cause a lot of nights I can't fall asleep. I'll just, mess with my phone. Sometimes I play Candy Crush until I fall asleep. And I want to have a schedule where I go live at least, I'm thinking about going live on Tuesday and Thursday evening. Yeah, when we get a little age on us, we need to rest. Even if I'm not, you know, I can just sit here and watch TV, put the recliner out and rest like that. So we got to take care of ourselves. We should take care of ourselves all the time, but more so when you get a little age on you. Because everything, all your joints don't move like they did when you were 20. Even some 20 people don't have joints that move good. Everybody always said, you walk fast. You know, like when I'm going through Walmart, they're like, I used to go to Walmart 3 days a week for exercise. I was going 2, but my doctor told me to go 3. It was just so I can get a basket and walk around the perimeter of Walmart because I did not want to go to a gym. So I would tell him I go 2 days a week. Hi. No, no. Oh, you knew? Well, welcome. Welcome. I don't know what your NN stand for. I just call you no, no, okay? I'm doing great. What about you? I'm trying to get a schedule going because I was used to going live every morning. I started off going live at 8 o'clock, and then 8 seemed a little early, and I pushed it back to 9. So I'm trying to make a schedule. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, no, no. The picture might darken a little bit, like when the sun go down a little bit. But yeah, I'm trying to work on a schedule. I have been trying to do a Friday night called a nightcap. But here's what I do. After my husband and I eat our dinner, I get the kitchen cleaned up, straighten up the den. I'm sitting in the den now because if he's here, he watching something. I don't want to get a strike from YouTube. So I usually go live in the dining room. But right now he going to cut grass at the church. So I got the room to myself. So, but, and I would love if I can go live some weekend. Maybe if I'm at a thrift store, I want one of those things where you hang your phone around your neck and I could go live, but it might make the phone bounce and do so. I don't know. What I need to do is get, what you call it, the thing you hold in your hand when you got your phone. But some of these places around here, they will have a connection if they see you recording. I go to Family Dollar. Very rarely do I go to Family Dollar. And this is when my mother was alive. And I had to check with my sisters and them because like there will be times when they will have mom. I usually shop at Children of the King Daughters in Virginia. Cause there's a children's hospital by that same name, Children of the King Daughters. Goodwill prices have gotten tremendously higher. So I don't buy a lot from Goodwill, but we do go. And if the price is too high for what I think I want to pay for, I just leave it there. I don't care what it is. I'm not going to overpay for something that's donated to them. I'm not going to do it. But I have seen videos of people, showing how Dollar Tree they might have something from Dollar Tree that was $1.25. They might have it marked up for $2.99 and all like that. But let me tell y'all something about food. Have y'all seen where they said they're recalling some Alfredo sauce? You know what they say about the lettuce, and that lettuce came from like Taylor. And but I hate I didn't send it to my messenger. There was a video, and they were talking about how some of the meat might be horse meat or might have some mouse fur in it, some ground beef. Y'all, that's why they say it's going to be a food shortage, because they're going to be doing ish like this. I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes I get a little carried away. Yeah, Taylor, there's a family-owned business called Taylor, Taylor. They say he's friends with the president, and you know those inspectors and stuff that was inspecting food and stuff like that. President Trump did away with all that, so we don't have anyone inspecting food, right? So, hold on a minute. But anyway, that video said your ground beef might have been horse meat, y'all. That's why, the Bible speaks about how we're going to have these lean times. Y'all, I've been saying for months and months and months, we better start stacking up on food, stocking up, and stock up on water, y'all. Me and her, well, you're from England? You're okay. Because you got somebody governing y'all that got some sense. This one we got in our overalls don't have sense of a bug in a rug. I can carry on a better conversation with my 4-year-old great-grandson than what I seen them do with the president. And they talking about third graders. Don't y'all do a third grader like that. Because the third graders I know are highly intelligent. I remember when my second oldest son, the one that passed away when he was in Head Start, he was reading like on a third and fourth grade level. They would take him from his Head Start class to the third and fourth grade and pick up a book and tell him to read it or tell him to solve a math problem or write something on the board. And they was taking him around to the classroom, and they was asked to say, who is this little child? And they told him who he was. And they were saying, they asked the teacher, no, he came in because school hadn't been so long, it hadn't been started but like 3 or 4 months at this time. So it was probably around, it might have been October, November. And school had only been in a few months, and they was like, he came in knowing how to do all this. You got that right, no. Oh, hi, Catherine. I was telling them I saw a video yesterday saying in the USA, some of our ground beef might have been horse meat. And y'all know they got synthetic meats. So when you read your label, what I do if I go shopping and I read the label and it says have anything synthetic in it, like man-made, they're growing chicken there in the lab, y'all. They said they're going to do away with the chickens. They learn how to do them, in the lab. I think it's pitiful. Because, if they deport all the people that's harvesting the fruits excuse me, y'all, keep hitting the thing. If they deport these people that's harvesting these fruits and vegetables, building the houses, because y'all know those people work like a Hebrew slave. And I thank God for them, because they're doing jobs that most of us would not do. They don't mind going out there getting their hands dirty or messing around in some stuff. We have been trying for, I bet you, 6 months to get. We live in a two-story older home. We've been trying to get somebody to go on top of our house. We got a tin roof. It's starting to leak a little bit in a couple of spots. Not bad. So we're trying to get somebody. We're trying to get some work done to the house, and one of them is to do the top, right? Put a top on, because I don't, you know, they were saying that some of the tin by the house being old, might have come up, and then when the rain and the wind blow, when the rain, cause it don't leak all the time, but when it rain and there's a little wind with it, it might. So we want to get it before it get too far gone. And people will, and somebody said, contact this carpenter, contact this builder, whatever, and they will tell us our house is too big and too tall. Now our inside ceilings are 14 feet, so to have 14 feet ceiling in this area, and then have a second story, y'all know that's got to be tall. So we couldn't get anybody to go up there. But my sister-in-law was telling us a Hispanic man that he build houses, he do remodels and stuff. So we got in touch with him, and he came back here. He said, "No, it's not too tall for me." So he can send somebody out. He came on the inside, and we told him where we wanted new windows put. Gonna have a new window put in the bathroom, new window put in the kitchen. And the folks that had the house, this was a wraparound porch. And the house is probably about 100 years old. Well, over on that wall, they got a built-in little shelves, and then with like a cabinet at the bottom. So they said when they do the ceiling, they're gonna have to do away with that. And me and my husband trying to find a way where we can keep that, cause I like the authenticity, of the house. So, and he was supposed to send somebody back to go on top, but it's been raining, and y'all know this is hurricane season. But y'all check your food good when you go to the store to shop. If you're the responsible one for bringing the food in the house, like I am, because if a man go to the store, and like if sometimes I'm not able to go, my husband might have to go. Sometimes he'll ask for a list, then sometimes I say, "You want a list?" No, I can't remember. Y'all know when he get there, he can't remember. Come back with some of the most ungodly stuff. Well, I don't mean weird stuff, but stuff, you know, we didn't need. You send a man to the store, he might come back with a lot of cookies and candies, that kind of thing. And so if I give him a list, like now, we're trying to stay away from pork because my kidney doctor told me, my kidney's doing good, keep doing what I'm doing, but it would be good if I only eat chicken, fish, and turkey. So we're trying to stay away from pork. But if you can get turkey chops, let me tell you something. If they don't fry up so well, they don't bake as well as they fry. I don't know why. Because I baked some one night trying to keep from frying them all the time, but they didn't perform as well baked as they did fried. But you fry those things, they are so tender. I'm gonna tell you what I use for spice. I use garlic salt or either garlic pepper, because my cardiologist told me it's better if you will use a less salt if you sprinkle a little bit on your food when you got ready to eat it. So a lot of times that's what I do. So I bought a big thing of garlic pepper. And there's a little salt when you buy stuff like that, and you look on it, there's a little salt in it. And sometimes I might use garlic powder or onion powder, or I use a lot of onions. Onion's good for the kidneys. So I use a lot of onion. Hey Matthew, how you doing? I took your advice. I'm good. I hope y'all. I took your advice. I'm going live on my phone. And thank you so much. I'm I'm doing good, baby. Thank you for happy birthday to you. Thank you, Abby. Happy birthday to Matt. Y'all say happy birthday to Matthew. Matthew, I had a brother named Matthew, God rest his soul. He was a character too. Let me tell y'all. He was a character, but he was sweet and loving, had a heart of gold. But y'all, we're gonna get back talking about this food. No, thank you, Catherine. No one was mean to me while you were gone. I appreciate it. Matthew, you told me to go live on my phone. I would get more views. Now, people, they say if I go with my phone vertical, it would be in the shorts feed. Now, when it first started off, a lot of people would come in, but they won't stay. If they would stay long enough so their view would count, because y'all know I'm trying to get monetized. I think I'm going to ask for a post office box for my birthday, y'all. Because my daughter tell me, okay, Matthew, I thank you for your information. Y'all still trying to find the bouncy dresses wholesale. Happy birthday to Matthew. Happy birthday to Channel 10 says severe storms headed our way. So I know my husband glad he cutting the grass. Thanks. I got 8 thumbs up. Y'all, thank y'all so much. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start going live more on this format. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, almost 10 lakhs. Yeah, woo. But I'm gonna get back. You know, when I find out something I think will help my subscribers, you're welcome, baby. I had an uncle named Matthew. That's who my brother. A lot of us, I'm named for my maternal grandma, and I have her same attributes, y'all. She always kept a house full of children. That I don't have a house full. I kept. Oh, thank you so much. You're a sweetheart. Let me tell y'all, my daughter, the only daughter I have a stepdaughter, well, another daughter, but she's our oldest daughter. My husband had a couple of children when we got married. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna start doing. But you know, the only thing that hinder me, I know this is TMI, y'all. The only thing that hinder me from going live as much as I would, I don't like to wear my partials because the bottom one sometimes don't fit comfortably. I hate to put them in. The bottom used to pinch. Like I said, I know that's TMI. But I want to start going live. If it's uh Priscilla from Building a Legacy Farm, she said go live a few times a day and only stay live like 10, 15 minutes so the algorithm, would just push and push it, and then the algorithm would know that you're here. Like now, my husband is not home because usually he'll be watching a movie or watching something like The Walking Dead, and he might put the surround sound on. So you hear all this, you hear all the blundering, when they fall or when they knock something over, or, and they got pew pews out there. One night I was going a few years ago, I was going live in the bedroom, And my husband had the surround sound on real loud. And every time I would put my live up, YouTube would clip it off. Did that for 4 times. And it was because the surround sound made it seem like I was in the same room with, you know. You, hi, Matthew. We love you. But y'all getting back to the meats. I don't let me see if I saved that video, y'all. I let me see. Somebody sent me a message. Let me check. Are you getting a haircut, Catherine? Are you gonna cut a lot off? I was tempted to cut my hair because my daughter loves scissors and she would cut it for me. You have to play. I have to play. My big sister say a little bit, so I may not be able to watch your live screen every now and then. But I promise. Oh, thank you so much, baby. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I got 8 thumbs up. But like I'm saying, be careful when you go shop. Cause everything that glitters ain't gold. That means sometimes you think something is one thing. Like they said, sugar and salt look the same. Well, thanks for being here, Catherine. I appreciate it. But oh, I said I'm gonna look for that video that had. Let me see if I saved the video. I was hoping I did. I found this video where when President Trump was young, oh, baby, that's all I know how to do is to be kind. I was raised like that. The way this next generation is coming up, God forbid they ever need anything because you can't tell them anything. They know everything and they just messed up. Let me see. Student loan changing July 26th. I've been saving stuff like that to give to my grandchildren. I didn't save it, but I'm gonna see if I can find. I think it was on Reels on Facebook. I can't find it, but if I run across it again, I'll say. Yeah, I had people on a thing do a Photoshop of me. Hello, Abby. This generation, I'm going to tell you, if they had, there's a time when you have to improvise. When I was coming up, we had to improvise a lot because we didn't have microwave. We didn't have the cell phone. Sometimes we didn't even have a landline. Might have been somebody in the neighborhood that got a phone that everybody used their phone Cause we ain't have no phone. There was a gentleman at the end. Cause our houses were like we had a lot of houses that's right in line where I live, and sometimes yeah, it's not. It's yeah. 12 a.m. in day and night, and I'm confused. Oh yeah. Life was a whole lot better back then. Let me see. Let me read. I think life was probably better back then, though, because today's more focused on their phone. You got that right. Their phone and not actually they got. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Matthew. But when you're trying to teach this generation now, what happened? Let me tell you what happened. What happened? What I think happened. And Patricia, you and I in the same age group. We're at a more mature age. The problem happened when they let one woman convince them to take prayer out to school. That's what happened. Everything went to hell in a handbasket, where it's headed back. It was, somebody was going along trying to pull us out of this hellhole, but then there comes somebody that starts something like the women's movement. Now, I'm not saying the women movement was bad, but that was one thing. It helped in one way, and then again, I think it kind of, made us a little disingenuous or whatever the word is in another way. Because if you want to do everything a man do, I don't want to get out there and drive an 18 wheeler, and I don't want to be expected of me to do it. Because the Bible said that we are a weaker population. So I don't want to have to compete with my husband or my sons or my male cousins or any other Jody out there in the street. I don't want to have to compete with them for a job. I was born a girl, raised to be a lady, be a woman, be feminine, and ain't no devil in hell gonna take that away from me. I don't want to be masculine. I want born a male. So I don't want to compete. And then there's nothing wrong with a man stepping in, helping out in the house and stuff. I don't mean that. I'm all for that. But it shouldn't be expected of me if I want a job and some other Jody out there on the street, we compete, we go into the employment office or whatever they call it now, compete for the same job. No. I was not born to be male. I was not born to be rough and tumble. You know what? My husband and I raised 4 sons and 1 daughter, and in that order. Our youngest child is female. I was trying, I said, when this baby comes, she's gonna be gingham and lace. I love gingham, y'all. And I had got some little pink Priscilla. Y'all remember those curtain Priscillas? Little pink curtains with the lace. I mean the ruffles on the side. Put in her room, had her room all girly, girly. When I went to shop for her, I bought mostly purple, my favorite color. And I went to visit one of my cousins who lived in Chapel Hill one time. And she carried me to this little store. My daughter was just beginning to head start. So I told her, I said, well, can we buy a few stores? Because I'm finished with things for the boys for back to school, but I need to finish her. I used to buy my daughter's thing last. I might go ahead and pick up like her shoes and her socks. But when I got ready to shop for her, I wanted to wait till almost the close of the season so I can get some stuff on clearance. So I don't remember the store my cousin carried me to, but it was a nice store, and just about everything I bought was pink or purple. Now this child, her favorite color lime green, and when we painted her room upstairs, y'all, it was never pink, but it was either purple or some variation of purple. She said, Mama said, it looked like somebody threw up purple all over my walls. When we get ready to paint, she said, please no purple. And when you buy me clothes, don't buy me anything pink or purple. I said, my poor baby, I had ruined it for her. And it was because it was something I liked. And I wasn't taking in consideration just because I like purple. Even though she was only 4 years old, she may not have liked purple. So so when she when she um when she moved from one place to the other, so we had them, nobody here but me and my husband. We were like, the whole upstairs is empty, nobody's there. It still had the bedrooms and everything. All they had to do was bring their clothes in. She put her furniture in storage, a few things she brought here to the house. So the room that was my oldest son, he lives in Germany now. She took the room that he had, and she had my husband painted lime green. And we went to a thrift store a while back, and he got a whole lot of paint. And one of the colors was lime green, and one was like a kind of like a uh, avocado green. We put that in the dining room. So the room that was her room, we made that her daughter's room. And I think that's like an eggshell. So now my husband just started painting all the rooms eggshell. And I think that's a good way to go, because any colors I put in the room. So the dining room and my daughter's room upstairs is the only room that's not eggshell. And these walls in here have naughty pan paneling on it. But I went there and I bought that girl so much. And my husband now, all he got to paint now is round the trim. So I told him in our bedroom, he know I want purple. He said, I'll paint it any color you want. I was thinking about, uh, they built like some little cornice over you see that over that wall up there. Part of that is like a little shelf. I got pictures on it. See right there? I got some things. Oh, I forgot I was doing it on my phone. I don't know if I can turn but the windows got like a little wooden cornice built over it. So we don't put anything on that. And each room has a fireplace. Only two. My husband closed all the fireplaces beside in our bedroom and in the dining room. There's a fireplace in the kitchen. It's closed, and I use the mantle for a shelf. And the four bedrooms upstairs have a fireplace that's closed. The living room have a fireplace. So I think it's 8 fireplaces in here. We used to burn the one in the dining room and in our bedroom, and we would burn the one in the living room. But one day when we was gone, the one in the living room, and because the house is old, so the chimneys, are not fire safe. At first, my husband was saying, you could build, I used to build a little light fire from some of that little fire starter stuff you can buy at like Walmart. And I might have two of those little fire logs, two or three of those, and I will make a little fire in the bedroom. And me and my puppy, I remember one time I had a little dog. My husband had got me a dog, and me and the dog was on the bed, and I took some of that and made a little fireplace, and I was messing around with him. And but years ago, my husband and I had went to run an errand. I think we went to the supermarket, and we left the children here. And at that time, our daughter could have been maybe 8 or 10. And the fireplace in the living room started to, it started a little fire. We live so close to the fire department, y'all. All my sons had to do is walk to the fire station, and they came up here and they told us, until we get some work done to that fireplace, do not put another fire in the car. It might set the house on fire. Oh, thank you, Abby. Thanks for coming by. Be blessed. Toodaloo. Have a great day. But the one in our living room, in our dining room, our bedroom, they're back to back, but it's not open back to back. They just share the same chimney, and we don't know how they done that, y'all. We don't know. Back then, those people, and I be thinking about when I be finding out things about this house, I be thinking about Little House on the Prairie and the Waltons, more so the Waltons, you know. So, and I love to watch old pictures like Fathers Know Best, That Girl, and even the Brady Bunch. 'Cause I love to see how they had their home decorated. That's one thing I was talking about, things you love. I love home decor. I love be playing around with the placement. Oh, I love it. I was watching Rawhide. I love my westerns, y'all. I'm a girl. I need to have my sister make me a T-shirt that says, "I'm just a girl who love her westerns." Yeah, I love Rawhide. Whoop whoop. That Clint Eastwood playing Roddy Yates, y'all. Woo, a sight for sore eyes. Now he didn't age to where he's 90 some years old, so I don't expect him to look at 90 like he did when he was 30 now. But he has a son, Scott, is the spitting image of him. Look just like him. But I want to start thinking now about how I want to do for Christmas. I don't want to wait till Christmas get here and say, bam, soon Dollar Tree start putting out their Christmas. Let me tell you something nice. If you got pillows like this around and you want to put Christmas pillows up, when Dollar Tree start to put out their Christmas, and they have some nice pillow covers. I got some last year, and I'm hoping to go back and get some more this year. But I'm gonna buy my pillows from the thrift store. What I do when I get a pillow from the thrift store, I spray that baby down with Pine Sol, lay it out in the sun to get dry. Cause y'all know the sun is a disinfectant. And if it has a zip off cover, I take the cover off and watch. Sometimes the whole pillow might be what they got. QVC got Christmas throws on there. I don't need any more throws, but they nice to have. My little grandson got his little throw that got a giraffe and an elephant and uh, zebra on stuff like that. So as soon as Dollar Tree start putting out, now they're putting out back to school. And I was telling them, you know how you can get the white out in the little bottle with the screw top and the thing got a little applicator on it like nail polish? When they start putting out their Christmas stuff, go to Dollar Tree and get you one of these if you're a person that uses white out. All you do is shake this baby up. It got a little something in there. It kind of like stirs the stuff. And all you got to do, got a little area right here where you squeeze. A little bubble-like area. And it's raised, that's the tiny bit. And all you do is squeeze it a couple of times, and bam, white out. And I had 3. The other 2 is used up. I had them for years. So I try to keep it because I take high dosage of anti-seizure medicine. And sometimes when I'm writing, it will cause my hand to jerk. So a lot of times I might use a lot of whiteout. I try not to do it like I have a son who's in the Marines, a grandson, and this is his first year away from home. So I write him letters, and he told me he texted me one day and said, "Grandma, I love when you write my letter. It helps keep me motivated." But they had sent him from where his duty station is to the Philippines a while back. So he's back, so now I got to get on my letter writing. I usually, every other Thursday, I usually mail a letter. You got a baby sister? How old are you, Catherine? Uh, but I try. I got a sewing machine here that I want my husband to redo the little box. You're 14. Oh, how lovely! Oh, sweetheart, you are a real sweetheart. Thanks for coming by and listening. But I'm gonna tell y'all something else. They are trying to capitalize on the water supply, y'all. So if y'all can stock up on water, I've been telling people for months and months and months, stock up on food, canned food. You can't put a lot of food in the freezer to freezer because it may get freezer burn. But you can buy it on sale and rotate it. What I do, if I got chicken in my freezer and I go and buy chicken, I take that I had out first and put that new to the bottom and put the old on top. So when I go to cook chicken, I know this one been here longer. Because if you have some meats or something that's freezer burn, don't try to cook it. It's not going to be fit to eat. It's going to taste horrible and probably give you an upset stomach. Now my stomach has gotten very sensitive. I think it's because my skin is real sensitive. Oh, you're 11. Oh, I have an 11-year-old granddaughter, but I think she's 11. She lives in Germany. We got a set of twin boys in our church. Yes, when you freeze stuff, you can't keep a whole lot you can keep the meats. Don't get me wrong, you can keep it. But what I like to do, I get me a marker or something and try to put the date that I bought it. And a lot of time they'll have the date on the sticker. So you can look on that and tell what month you bought it. And the old, you keep it on top, the new go to the bottom. So you won't end up. We are getting into a shortage of everything. Cause so many things are being recalled. They're recalling Alfredo sauce, y'all. The lettuce. Now they're saying some of our ground beef might have been horse meat and might have had mouse fur in it, y'all. Mm-hmm. So now, if you look around when you go in Walmart, and when I went in Piggly Wiggly, you'll see in the middle of the store where they got pallets and pallets of water, and you can get 24 for like $3. So we bought, I think, 2. I don't know if we bought 2 or we bought 4 yesterday. And we got the 5-gallon. Yep, there's a recall on bacon, right? You're right. After a while, we ain't be able to eat. They were talking about eggs, y'all. So there go your breakfast right there. Good morning, Khadija. Happy Wednesday. We're talking about them recalling food, and we're talking about food safety. They're recalling Alfredo sauce. So I guess you had to look up what brand they're recalling bacon, but I think it's the bacon like come from Canada or somewhere. Yeah, I about got my coffee gone, but it hit the spot, y'all. But if you go to the store, even if you go to Dollar Tree and you got an extra dollar and a quarter, buy extra can of something. So, start stocking up like that. You can start small. That's right, Khadija. I remember there was a song they used to say, "Can't you see the signs of the time?" I used to hear my mom and my grandma and them talking about at the end of time, you won't be able to tell a woman from a man. Ain't we got to that? Y'all tell me, ain't sometime when when I subbed at that high school a year or so ago. Oh, thank you, Catherine. You're so sweet. When when I was subbing at that school, I had asked this child to pull their pants up. I called this child a he, and it was a she, y'all. And I almost went through the floor. I couldn't tell, and I said, "Baby, I'm sorry." I said, "I didn't know that you were a female because you had your pants down." That's the way I put it. But yeah, you can't tell. And they say it said you won't be able to tell the winter from the summer. Then when it start to get hot, then it go back and get cool. It sure did. They were talking about how families were gonna be against one another. Y'all know some of these children are unaliving their parents, brother and sister unaliving one another, taking their friend off to spend a holiday with them, and they come back, and this friend come back with a blanket over his face. We have got to trust your children to no one, y'all. If you got a young child and you don't know the character of these people, my 26-year-old grandson spent the weekend with us last week, and I sure did ask him. I don't care if it's gonna keep my child alive, save his life. Yeah, I'm gonna tell him the truth. I'm gonna tell him all the true facts. I said, the world don't love you. We love you. But the world, to them, you just trash. They don't think we're anything, but you got to prove to them that you love yourself as much as they love theirs. And the same Jesus that died on the cross for them, honey, he died on the cross for us too. Thank y'all for the thumbs up. The same Jesus that got nailed to that cross for them got nailed to the cross for us. There ain't no little sins and no big sins. Some things are sin, some things are a weight. Like smoking is not a sin, it's a weight. So if you're doing something that's a weight, gambling or smoking or something, all you got to do is ask the Lord to remove it. And you'll gradually see yourself not doing that thing as much as you used to do. The next thing you know, you're not even doing it. But we have got to convince our flesh that we don't need all this stuff out there the world is showing us. The world is showing us, hey, you can go marry the same sex and be just as happy as this man, this woman. Happiness only come for a season. Joy get deep down in your soul, honey. Don't let no devil come here and steal your joy. Don't you do that. The world tells us, aren't these politicians, especially these ones that's in the administration there, they're doing a good job of lying. They are doing a good job of lying. It seemed like they got a class on how to tell a great lie, how to stick to it. You ever heard somebody say that my story and I'm sticking to it? But y'all look around. The things the Bible tells us gonna happen in the end time is slowly unfolding. There's no way to get around it. People doing so much stuff now, and most of the stuff they doing is ungodly. We ain't blind. We see it. Let me fix my. I'm sitting on a. I got a little blanket thing, a throw that I'm putting on because this chair leather, and this leather is cold, y'all. I don't see but 8 likes. Thank you, Catherine. Oh, y'all, Catherine is so sweet. Yeah, this leather is cold, but if we don't look out for ourselves, nobody else is going to look out for us. Teach your children. Y'all, if you got young children you're responsible for, don't let this generation get a hold of your child. He 2 or 3 years old. Teach him how to pick up behind himself. Teach him how to be self-sufficient so he don't feel that he need to go out there and ask the world for a doggone thing. Because the Lord said he's going to supply our needs. Do you see the birds going shopping? Do you see these cats and dogs that's out here going to Piggy Wiggle and pushing a cart? They eat every day, y'all. They eat. They said the birds don't have to think about what they're going to eat because they're getting pecked down in the ground. The Lord provide them one of them little earthworms. We better learn what's in that word. It don't show but 8 on my thing, but I thank y'all for it. But we have got to take the Lord at his word. What he said he gonna do, y'all, he's gonna do. All the things, he's gonna perform all these. If you believe in God for something, keep believing. Keep believing. Just cause your lying eyes won't let you see it, the Lord will reveal it to you. The Bard made a song about it will reveal in time. It all will be revealed in time. God, he's not a man that he should lie, or a son of a man that he got to repent. You got that right, Catherine. You're only 14 or 11, or I can't remember. I think you said 11. If you learn this now, I don't know what your parents want you to be taught. But if you get this down in your spirit, honey, baby, keep believing in the Lord, you won't have nothing to worry about. Get your studies in school. Go on to college and be the best you that you can be. You know what? My like I was saying, I was talking to my 26-year-old grandson. He's our oldest grandson. No, I think is he older? Yeah, he's the oldest. He came here and stayed the weekend. Every chance I get to talk to my grandchildren, y'all, yes, I do talk to them. I told one time my son Joshua, he has 2 girls. And they would like during the summer, they might come and spend a week with me and my husband. Thank you, sweetie. And I told my granddaughters, and you got to talk to these girls. I said, when you're around people, don't let anybody touch you. I said, if somebody touch you, now somebody might take you by your hand and say, come on, let's go in this room where the rest of the people are. But if they touch you in a place that's why they call it private. Don't be afraid to tell somebody. Cause you know how people do mess with these girls and even boys now. They messing with the boys. They got those Tate brothers for human trafficking. Y'all know this stuff shouldn't be. Let's watch our babies, y'all. Let's watch them. I told my grandson, I said, yeah, you grown 26 years old. But when you go somebody, tell somebody where you be, where you gonna be, about what time to be expected at home. Because There's so much going on in the world. I don't want you. I told him, I don't want you. I had my grandson crying, y'all. I said, and y'all, when you see a man cry, you have reached him and he's not afraid to let his soul shine. And I told him, I said, I don't want you to be a statistic. I don't want you to go off somewhere and somebody say, call his name, ask, where is it? I said, well, if I know. Well, he said he was going to, thus and such house and then he going to be back thus and such time. But then when that time comes, you say, he told me he can be back here at 11:30. Here it is, X amount of minutes past 11:30. Y'all don't let nobody mess over your children. Don't do it. I'm a strong advocate for children. I have reported a parent when I had my daycare. I reported a parent. Yes, I did. I rather report that parent than to let the child go on. Y'all saw about those 16 children. This girl told me, she said she didn't feed her child. She said, yeah, he don't eat until my grandma cooks some soul food up in here. I said, what you do all week? She said, I give him Cheetos, shoot and all the stuff she get. I said, that's not healthy. Yes, I did report her. I sure did. Don't let nobody mess over your children. Don't let nobody mess over you. You in a relationship and they love to say, like they'll say, whisper sweet nothings in your ear. It sure is nothing. Because half of that crap they talking about, we don't want to hear. They think they get those lines from Denzel and all these leading men, Robert Redford and all those handsome men from back in the day. Yeah, junk food. And that's why a lot of these kids' mom make sure, because they may not be able to have the food in their house that they can give their children. But if that child is of age to go to school, that's why when I had my daycare, I made sure I cooked. I fed these children. They were getting, I was cooking fresh collard green, making spaghetti. Sometimes my daughter would make a big pan of lasagna. I was making, they love my daycare children used to love my meatloaf. And I would buy, you can get you can get cheese soup from Camel with broccoli in it. I'll put a can of that in my meatloaf. I said, well, if they don't like vegetables, the vegetable right in there. When I make my chicken pot pie, y'all, I put a can of garden peas in it. They don't want vegetable, they got vegetables. I sure do. Have that in the food, they never know. Just like when you want a child, you love chicken pot pie. My grandchildren love my chicken pot pie too. I want to show y'all a picture. It's a picture of me when I was 18. Wait a minute. This is me when I was 18. It was an old picture that I had. There's a couple of groups on Facebook where they Photoshop. I was going to charm school at that time, baby. I was going to school to become a model. Yes. But my mother got gravely ill and I had younger sibling under me. I dropped that and came home to take care of my mother, keep her from dying. And she lived to be 96 years old. When I got sick, my daughter took care of me. Thank you, baby. Everybody is looking at that picture like, wow. Now they're calling out which of my granddaughters that picture looked like. Yes. And what happened, she caught that big C from 22. You know what I mean? They don't like for you to say it. Thank you, Patricia. It weakened her heart. and that's how she passed away because she had, little heart problem, and the COVID weakened her heart. I'm gonna get my brother. He redo pictures sometime, and I might can do it from my phone. Uh, a lot of them say they call out my granddaughter name. I thought this was her, and it was me when I was 18. People see my daughter now and say, "You look just like your mom looked when she was um your age." Oh, thank you, Kat. She lived. You know what? My mother and my grandmother, my the older people in my life, taught me so many things that I try to share with other people. Compassion is a great thing to have, and empathy. Empathy means if somebody going through, you can have that little, you know, thing in you that make you kind of like feel for them when they're going through. Like when a person, like when this young man came back unalive, I felt that to my core. Because I got a son who's living in heaven, sleeping with the Lord. So I felt for her. And it's kind of making me tear up a little bit, so I'm going to stop. But I'm going to tell y'all, my son had this uncanny look to Will Smith. And when he went to college, they were all telling him, man, you could be what they call it, a stunt double for Will Smith. I told him he better milk it for all it's worth. He was going to school for civil engineering. He wanted to be one of those people that's out there building bridges and highways and stuff like that. But he went to glory. But he was a computer engineer. He um he wrote comic books and he could draw his butt off. I showed them a couple of times some of his painting. Y'all, I done been on an hour and 22 minutes. See, when you're having fun, don't you lose track of time? He was son number two. So we moved here. We had all these boys. At first, my husband nephews, he had 3 or 4 nephews that came and helped us do some stuff. Then, cause they lived in Pennsylvania. Then when they went home, our sons did work and all that. Then we had a heating system put in and stuff like that. So we've been here 30 something years, over 30 years, about 35 years. All my coffee gone, y'all. This is the cup I use, my Starbucks cup with the square handle. I don't think I have a picture of him on my phone, but I'm gonna get a picture of him one day. I'm, I think I got his picture. I got his picture on my computer, but I got it as a watermark on all my videos. So when you look at my videos on the right hand corner, that person in my videos is my son. Let me see, can I bring it up? Well, I can't look at the old bit. They don't like for you to watch your like lives. So I'm not gonna get a strike. But if you look on down at the bottom of my videos, I don't know whether it's on the lives or not. It may not be. But if you go to the other videos, you'll see in the right hand corner a picture of a man leaning on a pool table. That was a little picture that was taken he was in a movie, and it was taken from you know how they have those film festival and people make movies and put them in the film festival, try to see if it could win a award. And then a lot of time, if they win an award, you know, the picture might go on to get onto the big screen. So he was in a movie called, I don't remember where it's morning to midnight or from midnight to morning. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull it. His name is the guy that wrote the, I don't forget his name, Ian something, but let me put FROM. I hate when I type something from, I think it's midnight to morning, baby. Midnight to morning, baby. Yeah, Southern Redemption. This is the movie he was in. Southern Redemption, Part 1. And he passed away before they could do Part 2. Lord, it went away. Wait a minute, y'all. Yeah, something from Amazon came. Southern Redemption Part 1 from Midnight to Morning Baby, 2004. He played the lead. Okay. Thank you, Khadijah. I appreciate it. Listen, from Midnight to Morning Baby, directed by Ian Hayes Britt with Terrence Sykes. Yay, baby mama, still love you. Rest in peace until we meet again. Yeah, he did Part 1. Herbert Early. Herbert has gone on to be with the Lord, I think. Jennifer Joyner and some other name I can't pronounce. Marcus Mateo or something. I'm trying to see if they'll show an image of him. I'm going to see if there's a link where they show. See, my son didn't have a. Yeah, he's in the IMDb, but he don't have a picture here. I thought they're going to show up. I was hoping they would show. And he had wrote some comic books, and I'm gonna try because some family member is wanting me to put his comic books on the market again. I had family member to ask me. I have to, the way I can put it on, I have to find the publisher and get them to approve it. And um he had the name of it, then he had part 1, part 2. Oh, thank you. Um, and that's his name right there, but he don't have a picture. But I think, let me see. I don't know. Let me see. He and a friend of his who's still drawing, because on my T-shirt that I do for Amazon, his friend had drawn some uh uh things for me to put on T-shirt, and they was drawn ever since they could pick up a pencil. My son used to do what they call it, portraits for people. He had people sitting and he draw them. He did that for a lady. She had a baby, and I don't know what something was. The baby had been sick or something, but she wanted one of those portraits. So she got my son to do a portrait. And then one year when he was, I think, in the 11th grade, and they had this little contest like, and whoever won would get this little motorized car, something like a power wheel and something else. And he entered some pictures in there. He won, and we didn't have any young children, so he gave it to one of my sister had a young boy, so he gave it to him. It was a little red convertible, little red Corvette. Let me see. And so they had a little thing they used to call it Sinister Comic. And I said, y'all, I forgot why the reason. Oh, I was trying to write Sinister Comics. But in college, they used to talk about how suave he was and how he had that little, they call it now swag. But back then they used to say you just got it. And he always dressed. He cared how he looked. He kept himself up. And I don't say it because he my son, but he was very handsome. You seen Will Smith, you seen my son. They had seen pictures of him, and people said, what Will Smith doing at so and so and so? And everybody be like, that's so. And my aunt, my daddy's sister, has a son that her son and my son could go for twins. My aunt was at a wedding one time, and my son went over to speak to her, and she called her son name. She said, Reggie, I didn't know you would come here. What you doing here? And my son would say, Aunt Minnie, I'm not Reggie. I'm Tiny. And everybody used to say how much I looked like my aunt, so I guess. But I'm gonna see if I can find Sinister Comics. But right now I don't think I can because I think they did away with that name. No, I don't. But he used to go to Marvel. He used to go to a lot of comic book shows and showing off his comic books and stuff. Yeah, the Sinister Comics they had. But if I can't show y'all any of his drawing. I'm gonna put his name in. I think if I put his name in, the only thing that might come up is his obituary. And if y'all don't want to hear or see this, let me know. I don't want to share. Yeah, I found something he drew, y'all. He would draw it and he would color it in. He could work with a brush. Y'all, this is some out of one of the comic book that but they told me to be careful showing his work. Okay, I'm not gonna blow it up, but I'm gonna point you to the one. He was under something called Foreshadow Entertainment. They say artist and writer. I'm versed in several different art styles, albeit largely self-taught. He was self-taught in them. Passed away on February 9th, 2017 at the age of 43. That was my baby. I'm proud of all my children. I don't care if they went to college or didn't go to college. Y'all show people love. Love made the world go round. Let me see. I'm not going to show y'all one that's part of his comic book. Hold up. Boy, there is some. Sykes, they got the same name. See, his name, hey, Dissenter, I'm telling them about some things my son done when he passed away. I'm showing them some of his artwork, but we were talking about food safety. Honey, they were saying that some of the ground beef that might have been sold was horse meat, and some of it had mouse fur in it. Thank you for the 10 likes. They're recalling bacon, Alfredo sauce, but I'm going to show y'all. This is my baby. Oh, look at him. Oh, you see that drawing up there? He drew that. And he colored it. It's an entity called Foreshadow Entertainment. He was one of the artists on the roster. Oh, look at my baby. Mama still love you, honey. I'm versed in artist and writer, Terrence Sykes. That's my baby. Currently, my creative passion is directed to my current work. He did one called Scarlet. After every letter, there is a period. Heavy is the head. That was one of his comic books. My future endeavors will undoubtedly showcase more of my aforementioned styles and creativity. Stay tuned. Then it said update. Our friend Terrence passed away on February 9th. 2017, at age of 43, baby mama still love you. She never forget you. Everybody was like, he got this uncanny resemblance to Will Smith. He got the ears like Will Smith, because when he was in school, he wanted me to take him to a doctor to have his ears pinned back, y'all. I said, no, baby, you still handsome even with the ears. But yeah, he drew that and painted that, honey. And you know how they put the little bubble over the head and put the words in it? He did that too. I don't start loving my child because he went to heaven. And he is self-taught. Cause when he died, I showed y'all some of his pain. When he passed away, thank you, Catherine and DeCenta. Okay, Catherine. He left a portfolio with some of his drawing in it. My husband and I took 3 and carried it to a printer down in Virginia, a person that make frames. And she was an artist and everything too, but she and her daughter made frames. And she asked me, did my son go to college for art? And I said, no, he's self-taught. They said, this look professional. It cost us like $700, over $700 for 3 frames. I showed y'all those pictures of Tupac and some of the others. And he left some screenplays he wrote and certain stuff. And I want to get in touch with Tyler Perry or somebody to look at my son's work, because he was talented. I found letters where he had got from ABC and Disney and stuff, to come and be an artist for them on some of their stuff where they needed illustrations and stuff. Yes, I did. But he passed away before he can, you know, he had achieved one dream to, write comic books and draw. So he achieved that. But I thank God for every endeavor. Like I tell you, everybody's not going to go to college. My oldest grandson, 26, you can, and just very, very bad. He's a spitting image of my son, which is his uncle. Same mannerism, but my grandson, I don't think he could draw. Now, both of them would go in the kitchen and whip up something. I would come home sometime, because I worked as a cashier at Rose's years and years and years ago when my family were young. And we all had to work one night a week. And my night was Tuesday. And I would get off like 10 o'clock or something like that. Might have been a little earlier than 10. Because sometimes I would come through the house and I would come through the back door so I can get something out the freezer, put it in the water right quick. I would walk on that porch and smell that food. My son has already had dinner started. Sometimes be all the way finished. When he got married, he could cook, could make potato salad. My son could make biscuits, y'all. Yes, he could. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you can go on his page on Facebook. I don't know if he got any of his drawing. Y'all make me stop. Make me stop. Mm, I'm sorry, baby, you didn't get to finish what you was working on, but to God be the glory for what you done. Yeah, this is stuff showing his comic books and stuff. Oh, it tell me who. Scarlet, heavy is the head. So he got, I think it's called Hound Publishing. I have got to get with them. Yeah, they showing some of his stuff. But anyway, but yeah, we got to teach our children. We got to teach them how to have manners, We got to teach them to love one another, teach them to have compassion and empathy, teach them to uh, respect other people's spaces and other people's property, and teach them how to show love, y'all. I had a child didn't know how to smile. I don't mean it was one that I birthed. My husband and I kept two sets of children that was my two of my cousin children to keep them from going in foster care. And the first set, the oldest and the baby was special needs. So we had a lot of work to do. The young boy, sorry y'all, he was starting kindergarten. And you tell him to smile, he didn't know how to smile. He didn't know how to smile. So now I think he's like in his third. I think he had eventually all this time learned how to smile. Y'all know it's trouble when a child don't know how to smile. Not even do like this. So there's a whole lot of work to do out there, y'all. There is a lot of work that have to be done. QVC got a clearance sale, y'all. I'm gonna look at it, see can I find some sheets. They showing now mattress protect. I got mattress protection on all my beds, so I don't need that. Okay, there was recalling some. They said some of the ground beef may be horse meat and it may have mouse fur in it. Oh, thank you, DeSanta. I put something in a little pack my daughter bought here for putting my grandson here, and I thought I'd try. It's some kind of curl milk or something. I don't remember the brand, but I'm gonna look for the video. And if I find it, I'll come back and do a new video. And I thought I had saved it, but I'm gonna look through my message. I got messages on my phone and Messenger on my tablet. So I'm gonna look through both of those and see. And I'm gonna look back. I think I was looking at it on a reel on Facebook. But I'm still gonna look through YouTube. I'm gonna put that in as recall meats and see what come up. Yeah, do your research, honey. They're recalling bacon, but I think it's a brand of bacon that's from Canada. So you had to look up and see what brand. They were recalling some Alfredo sauce. I don't know the brand because I don't really, do the Alfredo sauce thing. Sometimes I do, but not too very often because when you get into those sauces, they got a lot of salt in them. But honey, let me tell y'all, the center, I've been telling people for months and months and months, baby, take this to the bank. The Bible talks about how there was going to be a food shortage. It's already starting. Without they're making chicken in the lab. Bill Gates and all them, they're producing chicken in the lab. That's right. Stock up. Stock up. If they're deporting people that harvest the vegetables and the fruit and build the houses, and yes, your dad was correct. Now they're starting to listen at this. They're starting to capitalize on water, y'all. He is. Oh, how wonderful! There's that and the Bible speaks of these lean times. We can't get it. This stuff you see now, the stuff unfolding that the Bible tells us gonna happen. Family unaliving one another, friends unaliving friends. The Bible tells us these things are gonna happen, but we gonna pray that it don't. And but He told us it's not gonna come near our door. We got to pray. Put that blessing over your house. Don't let people mess up your children. Don't let in and everybody watch your children. Yeah, they got that parasite that is getting people diarrhea, y'all. And it's from lettuce and some other stuff. After a while, we ain't gonna be able to eat nothing. All of us can be walking around skinny as a rail. They trying to capitalize on water. You gotta start stocking up on water. Cause you know they got these data centers where operate the AI and stuff. They need the water to keep those things cool. So after a while, there's gonna be a shortage of water. There's gonna be a shortage of food, y'all. If we don't get about our Father's business, the Bible tells us we're gonna be all men most miserable. And that means mankind, y'all. Yeah. But if you got something, you can go to some of the stores now. You can already see spots where there's a little emptiness, If they're deporting the people that harvest these foods and the fruits and vegetables that build the housing, y'all know those people work like Hebrew slaves. They are hard workers. They'll do the job that lots of us won't do. Y'all know it. But we have got to be about, y'all, the Bible tells us we got to tell people these things. I'm going to tell you all what I've been through in the last few years. I'm taking the Lord by my side because only He can do the healing that was done to me, that was done for me. I think my meal just came. But y'all, if y'all could get a little extra of this and a little extra of that, if you got a little bit of room in the corner, start stocking up. Okay. There was one year they had a hurricane down here and we couldn't get, we got to the place where nobody couldn't come in to bring, if the trucks can't get to the ports and they got all these tariffs on it, then the food can be high. But a few years ago, I think it was Hurricane Floyd, did a lot of damage in North Carolina. The trucks couldn't get in to bring stuff, got to the place where we didn't have bread. They was giving people ice and water, right? Honey, I knew how to make biscuits and cornbread. And our lights, they went off, but they came back on. If you still got your lights or you got a gas stove, because that's why I told my husband, I said, maybe we need to get a gas stove so if the lights go out, I can still cook and you can turn your oven on and get you a little heat. We got us some portable heaters. Yes, we did. I'm thinking about going try to find me a gas mask. Yes, I am. But they capitalize and stocking up all that stuff. After a while, there's going to be a shortage of these things. Stock up on your canned meats. Y'all know you can get Spam. And a lot of people make jokes about Spam. When push come to a shove, you're going to be glad you got that Spam. If you're in a cabinet, if you're in your house and all you got is in your cabinet is a couple of cans of Spam, a couple of cans of corn, some canned peas, some canned this and some canned that, some canned peaches, some fruit cocktail. Even if, and you don't know when your light's going to come back on, one day you could eat the canned peas. You might say, why don't you eat this Spam with the meat? You don't know when your light's going to come back on. So if you eat one can at a time, the food will last longer. Yeah, food will last longer. You say, well, I'm gonna fix this can of peas. I'm gonna eat this today, and I'm gonna eat some lima beans tomorrow. I might have some bread. I eat a half a slice of bread with that today. You're keeping yourself alive. We need to learn how to improvise and keep our family. Even if you know some home remedies. Yes, yes, sir. That's what I be telling my grandson, baby, this world don't love you. We love you, but the world don't give a darn about you. They'll the world will help you get in trouble. The next thing you know, they laughing at you. Yeah, baby, we all can get closer. Our pastor just got installed as a bishop. I think it was in June. So he had us for a week go through a fast from 6 to 6. But those, and you can, not only can you fast from food, you can fast from watching your favorite TV show or playing a certain game you love to play or something like that. Yeah, honey, it's getting dire. We need to eat. We had to start eating things that we said, yeah, that good for your granny. But stock up on your canned meats, even canned fish. You got mackerel. You got soybean. Not. No, I'm sorry. I meant to say sardine. And sardines got a lot of nutrients. Sardine and salmon, they say, are two of the best fish you can eat. So they said stock up on the canned fish, canned meats. You got spam, and it's some other canned meats you can get. You can even get um um Vienna sausage. Now that's a lot of empty calories, but it'll keep you alive. It'll keep your stomach from touching your backbone. If all you had is a can of sardines and a pack, because now they putting the pack of crackers in there, they this short, y'all. And I couldn't believe it. But if you got a can of Vienna sausage and a pack of crackers between you and starvation, what you gonna do? Not eat the Vienna sausage and the crackers and starve? No. Stock up on your canned fruits, your canned vegetables. Y'all know there's so many things we can get in a can there. They have canned every doggone thing you can think about. Now, I seen a video the other day. Somebody was in a grocery store and they told a person, say, if you invite me to dinner, they had a can of cabbage with them. You invite me to dinner and you open a can of cabbage, say, I'm going out quietly. I'm leaving quietly. But if that's what you got to do, keep starving, hey, I do it any day. There's a can of, my husband loves what they in the can, pork brains. He loved those, y'all. Or you can get breakfast sausage. Open that stuff, put it in the pan, put a dab or two of butter or some kind of a bacon, a spoonful or two of bacon grease, and break an egg or two in it. And make you some toast. Oh yeah, food short. Y'all don't forget oatmeal. You can eat grits. That now you can go in a restaurant and order shrimp and grits. So you can make it at home. My husband loved my homemade grits. Yeah, that's country living at its finest, y'all. I showed them one day how I had my pantry stacked. But my husband said, no, don't do that no more. Because when they find out you stacking, they'll come knocking on your door. Yeah, you need fish. But my doctor that I see for my kidney, he told me the best thing for me to eat is fish, chicken, and turkey. So I told my husband, we're going to try to shy away from the pork. Now, he loves himself some pork. But let me tell y'all something. Turkey bacon is the devil. It tastes horrible. I don't think they can do nothing to turkey bacon to improve it unless they turn it into pork or either beef bacon. And I don't like beef bacon that well, y'all. But that pork bacon, yes, sardine is a good. And research, y'all. Don't just take my word. I love to research. I should have been a researcher somewhere, y'all. Cause back in the day, all we had was an encyclopedia and word of mouth and books. We gotta get back to books. We gotta, cause after a while, you might not even have the internet. Oh, they do? Well, next time I'm by Harris Teeter, I'm gonna stop and look for some. I think there's a public over in Greenville. My daughter live in Greenville. I'm gonna tell her to check. But the only thing I don't like about sardines, sardines packed in water is not good to me. Cause it seems kind of waterlogged. But then one packed in that little oil, and I drain the oil off just like I drain the water off. I'm in North Carolina. I'm in a little town called Ahoskie, Ahoskie. It's the only town with that name, so that's our moniker, the only one. Only one. I don't know. Yeah, I'm far away. You in North Carolina? Girl, one day I'm gonna tell my husband to carry me and let's do a meetup and let's go. My husband loves thrift too. And my husband would drive me all over the world. I would tell my husband, I said, I would love to go to so and so. Your sister stay in Pikeville. Oh, you know where it is. I've heard of, but I don't know exactly where it is. But I can tell my husband I want to visit this place. He said it can happen. I told my husband, I said, you're my enabler. We'll be sitting around here. Oh, Garland. I think I know what that is. My husband will say, let's ride. And when he said let's ride like that, I know he's spending his money. And we'll get riding with no destination. We had got riding, and I always have those little, you can buy the toothbrushes that in the little thing that you can put in your wallet. I always keep a couple of those in my handbag, y'all. Cause a lot of time me and my husband get in the car and ride off with no destination. One time we did that, and we might pack some underwear and a change of clothes, cause y'all know how it is. And he'll say, let's ride. And let's pack a bag in case we go somewhere and spend the night. So he'll say, we'll just ride a few miles and come home. Honey, we end up in Maryland one time. Mm-hmm. We sure did. No children here, just me and him, two old people. They got too much time on our hand, it seems. Sometimes he loved to thrift. And he'll say, now he don't know a lot of workings of the phone. Oh, thank you. And he's 74, I'm 74. I'll be 75, Lord willing, in September. He'll catch me in March. He'll be 75. And honey, I tell people at church, I say, you know what? Sometimes I forget I'm almost 75 years old. You live in Clarksville, you in the city, okay. We've been married 54 years. Next March 18 will be 55. And last night, uh, last yesterday evening, I bought a computer from the dining room and I was putting up I'm a Walmart partner. So if y'all shop online at Walmart, I got my Walmart storefront. You had to scroll back to get it, and I might put it in again. And he was saying, I be talking about some of the singers and stuff, how their voices do this and how they're. I said, when you I love Marvin Gaye. So I had somebody Photoshop me in a picture with Marvin Gaye and Zacardi Cortez, y'all. Yes, I did. Let me tell you something. Can I ask, how did you get through some of the hardest time in your marriage? You know what? You in Clarksville, Tennessee? Oh, I love Tennessee. Is beautiful. Honey, those times you just take God as your guide. Y'all love one another. Keep the lines of communication open and don't tell your business to nobody. Keep what's in your house. Now, always keep you and your family safe. That's all I'm gonna say, and you understand what I'm saying about being safe. But y'all love one another. Don't go to bed angry. Any problem you have, try to resolve it before you go to sleep. And don't be afraid to say, I'm sorry. Don't be afraid to say, I love you. Because tomorrow is not promised. The hardest thing we ever went through is the death of our sons. And people say, a lot of time when, and I've seen movies that this happened, family, they have a child that passed away, and next thing you know, the husband and wife has broken up. But you know what? I think the death of our son really made us stronger together. Oh, you in Nashville? But you got to keep the Lord in your forefront. Get up and say, Lord, what shall you have me do today? If there's somebody, when I kept those, I told y'all I got two cousins that I had kept. They had three children. Me and my husband kept their children to keep them out foster care. In each of those families, two of those children with special needs had autism. And I did not shy away. And I had my daycare at the time, y'all. We were still raising our family. All our children hadn't graduated and going off on their own. But we were still trying to help somebody else. They dropped those children off with only the clothes on their back. One of them was a baby 11 months old that could barely sit up on her own. Didn't even know how to feed herself. I had to toilet train that child. The oldest in the first family was starting kindergarten. I'll put him in the bathtub, and instead of him saying he had to poop and use the commode, he pooped right in his bath water. Y'all, I went through something. The youngest girl was special needs. She would use the bathroom and put her hands in and spread it all over everything. Y'all, I done went through a lot raising other people's children. Yeah, you got to be willing. Yeah, sometimes you may feel overwhelmed, but you're gonna have to take the Lord at His word. He's gonna when you yes, and 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 I couldn't take no time. You know how you said, I feel bad today, I ain't doing nothing. I did not have that luxury because I know now my children were older, so they were a big help. I would go to bed late, get up early, and I was doing so much cooking. And then I was able to get the special needs children in programs, and then then transition into the school system. What they call a IEP or whatever like that. Whatever you call them. I'm looking at QVC, y'all. They showing some sheets. Oh, they got some pretty khaki sheets on. I might have to search that later on and see if they got the size for my mattress. But yeah, we kept two sets of, and then one of them, the girl's brother got mad with me and wouldn't speak to me. I kept his nieces and nephew out of the system, y'all. I worked my fingers to the bone for. I helped raise when I had my daycare. I see some of my daycare parents now, and some of the children got children of their own, and they still call me Aunt Corrine. They still give me hugs. They still contact me on Facebook. One of them is a deputy sheriff, and he works not too far from where my sister works. He'll tell my sister all the time, tell Miss Si I said hi and that I still love her. That does something for my heart. Y'all know I had two heart surgery. Going through now with, seeing a doctor for my kidney. I still keep my great grandson who's 4 years old, and he is a mess. Y'all seen him up here. He told me this was his channel. My daughter said he'll be talking to people and tell them, say, like and subscribe, and say, give a thumbs up. And y'all know I love my coffee called Nightbot. Come up there and tell you about giving to my coffee fund on buymeacoffee.com/Thrifting Grandma. And my oldest grandson was carrying him through the McDonald's. He wanted chicken nuggets. He was carrying through McDonald's. My grandson asked the great grandson, so what you want to drink? He said, I want a copy. And he texted my daughter to say, what is a copy? COPY. Say he's ordering a coffee. Don't give him no coffee. He go to McDonald's, 4 years old, and say, I want a copy. And that's him saying he want a coffee. Yep. He got it from his grandma. But y'all, don't let no devil in hell tell you what you can't do or what you can't have. Let me tell you something. When somebody tell me I can't do something, I do it twice. And at 75, I walk almost 75, like in a month or so, maybe 5 weeks from being 75 years old, I still walk fast. Me and my husband go somewhere, Martin said they walk with the slow bob. I tell my husband, I said, don't walk in front of me. Let's walk side by side. You walk with the slow bob. I walk fast. See, Nightbot put it in there again. So if y'all want to help my coffee fund, you can go right there, buymeacoffee.com/Thrifting Grandma, and you're not under any obligation. And I thank the ones that done it. I'm gonna have to withdraw some money, and buy me some coffee. Yes, I am now. But love one another. You say you've been married 9 years. DeCenta, you still here? You say you've been married 9 years, but you really feel depleted. You're gonna feel like that sometime. But you know what? Take time out for yourself. Breathe and say, Lord, I need your help. Sometimes you might you might be in a room full of people and feel just so lonely. Cause I have been like that. Be in a room full of people and say, Lord, I feel so lost. I feel lonely. And you got to take the Lord as your guide. Yeah, you got to be willing to work. And if y'all still got that spark, capitalize on it. Try to like some of the things he like, and maybe he could start trying to like some of the things you like. My husband and I both love to thrift, and if you were in my house, you could see. You could see the stuff that we thrift, even down to our fans. Yeah, our air conditioner upstairs, we bought it years ago from a thrift store, and it was in the winter time. And it has a remote control. And I asked my husband, I wonder where you buying an air conditioner. He said, you got to remember, you buy things when it's off season. You buy summertime stuff in the wintertime stuff in the summer. So we got this air conditioner we were Christmas shopping and we was in a thrift store, and we got the air conditioner for like $50. And it cooled like nobody's business. Sometimes my husband in here watching something, and he loved to watch, he got a car that he's rebuilding. And he'll watch a lot of the shows, tell you about old cars, Oldsmobiles, Chevrolets, and all that stuff. And there's time I sit and watch it with him. And sometimes I might say, what is this? I don't know a lot about cars. I know I like Dodge Charger. I'm going to tell you that now. I do love me a Dodge Charger. But I think my daughter, she got, she was between jobs, and her car got repossessed, so I let her have my minivan. I have a 07 Kia Sedona. That thing, I'm gonna tell you, my next vehicle is still gonna be I think a minivan. That thing is still running. We had put brakes on it, just put a tire on it, put windshield wipers on it, but that motor and transmission is ready. Thank you, God. My husband bought it for me and paid cash for it. He said, I'm not going to let you have a car payment. So we some kind of way the Lord blessed us to be able to get that. And he got him a '04 Nissan. Um, what is it? It's a Armada on the junkyard, y'all. They had scrapped it. It was a scrap title. My husband got it for pennies on the dollar. He's a good mechanic. Let me tell you something. I thank God for my husband because I think he can fix anything. Y'all know I collect these vintage sewing machines. He go through the first one I got, I carried it and had to pay some money to get it fixed. Now I done bought so many and my husband done learned how to go through them and fix them, y'all. Thank you, God. You know, in the Bible, somewhere it said when man said, Lord, this woman you gave me. And I said, God, I thank you for this man you gave me. Yeah, there was rough time. There was time that we didn't know. You know, he might have been between jobs and I'm trying to work and we got a house full of children. But my children, I thank God my children didn't go one night to bed hungry, not one. There was food. It might have been not been what they wanted at that precise time, but there was always food in the house. And I cooked. I didn't throw no sandwiches at them. Now, there's sometimes you might, get a sandwich because that's all you could do. But most of the time, honey, I was cooking them pinto beans, those navy beans, making meatloaves, and yes, cooking neck bone, turkey necks, cabbage, collard greens, making potato salad. I told y'all my son that passed away, he could cook. He could even make biscuit. So last night, my husband know I love music. Now listen at this, y'all. I love music. Any kind of music, but in particular, I love songs, right? And he'll say, like if I go to the store, when I get out of the car, I'm singing, right? And my husband would pause the TV for what? Because he watched TV real loud. And he know that I'm singing. And he'll say, I love when you coming in the house, you're singing. I'm singing a love song. It might be gospel. It might be Marvin Gaye. It might be Alexander O'Neal and Sherelle. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, love. It's love. So, Dolly Parton, Kenny Rogers, yes. Islands in the Screen, that is what we are. And I love Bonnie Raitt. Oh, yes, she can play that guitar. Who else? All of them. Classical music. If you got a baby, let me share let me share this with you. When your son did you say your son was about 2 years old? You got a baby? Play some soft classical music when they go to sleep. That's what I did for my daycare children. I did for my children, and it helped the development of the brain. Nobody told me. I feel it in my soul, and I think I had researched it. Play soft Beethoven. I love Beethoven and Chopin. I'll be listening to it in my car. One of my grandchildren might get in the car said, Grandma, what in the world you listening to? I said, I might call out Chopin or Beethoven or some of those other people with the weird hair. And a lot of got violins in and different. I sure do. Let me go back and read. I want to say that I really appreciate you and I appreciate your kind. Thank you, baby. This center, yes. You know what? I love sharing because, I come from a line of strong women. And I thank God that He has raised me up to be a strong woman, strong woman. Because you got to be strong to go through the death of your child. It cuts like a knife, y'all. Oh, I love Miles Davis too. Yes, and you know what? I'm a reseller and I have some of those same records on Amazon in my Amazon store, and I have some that we listen to. There's a gentleman, his name is Oh, I used to play his music, and he have a song, so I don't wear, I don't every morning you greet me. And the one, I can't think of his name, y'all, Lord. I thought, and I play him in my car, and he got a song. I can't think of that song, y'all. I used to sing it all the time. And the song, his voice, let me see. I can tell you. Cause I can, who sing Idlewild? I might not. I might not been saying it right. I don't. And he got another song. What is his name? And I used to play that for my daycare children. Put it on soft while they napping. I had a young child come to me 5 days old. When he was born, he was addicted to the white stuff. They took him from his mom and gave him to his grandma. His grandma had to find a daycare real quick. You know how you have play sisters? Her play sister had a daycare too, but she was full, and her play sister told about me. And I said, 5 days old, I never take my baby that young. She said, "You the only hope I got. I got to work." And I kept him. He turned out to be one of the sweetest children I ever seen. He was literally my baby. Yes, white sounds at night. Yes. I kept that boy from 5 days old until he was ready to go to school, and then sometime I had him after school. This sweet, I can't think of this man's name. If I think of one of his other Butterfly Kisses, that's his song. Oh, play Butterfly Kisses for your baby this center. You gonna cry. Bob Carlisle. Girl, it just brought cold chills over me. His voice is so soothing. I still got that album, that his CD somewhere, and I still play it. That one where he talk about butterfly kisses after morning prayer, sticking little white flowers all up in her hair. Walk beside the pony, daddy, it's my first ride. I know the cake look funny, Dad, but I sure try. After all the things I've done, I must have done something right. I can't sing, y'all. To have a kiss, what's that? A hug in the morning and butterfly kisses at night. I, play that for your baby this center and listen to the words. I think he might play some kind of country guitar, but that whole CD I played for my daycare, and I listen to it myself. Yes, I do. And when a song come up, but last night my husband know I love music, especially love song, and I don't care who sang the love song. And I was showing him where I had people Photoshop me next to Marvin Gaye, and I love. I got a personal message from the gospel singer Zaccardi Cortez, so I had them put me in a picture between Zaccardi Cortez and Marvin Gaye. My daughter said, "Mama, you want them to put you standing next to a dead man?" Well, he wasn't dead when they took the picture. So my husband know I love music. He said, "Let's sit in here and you put some of the music you like on YouTube." I was playing love songs, Tony Braxton. I was playing Marvin Gaye. I was playing some of my gospel favorite, Mary Mary and Fred Hammond. I was playing Glenn Jones. And now, honey, I played the one that said, I didn't play Real Love. I might have did. I played the girl that sing Encore. Got to be real, got to be real. Honey, I got up in the floor. I was getting my groove on. I was sitting there and I was doing all this. Next thing you know, I had to get up on the floor and get my dance on. Yes, I did. Exercise, right? Yeah, I was getting my groove on. Stella ain't the only one can get a groove. Let me read. No, don't harden your heart in your marriage. Now, if y'all get to the point where you just can't tolerate one another, don't be unhappy. If you feel that you've gone the last mile of the way, but you give it your best try. Because you know, the Lord, He patterned the church after the married people. So when you get to your last, go to the Bible and ask, you know, my husband and I hit those rough spots, but we never separated from one another. But we didn't, I love to iron out everything before I go to sleep. Because I'm not going to go to sleep with anger on my heart and run the risk of dying in my sleep. It's 10:03. Yeah, I'm going to have to get off. I know my husband, when he come out, he going to want some grits. He love, we're trying to eat right. I just had toast and coffee. But he loved to have either oatmeal or grits for breakfast. Oh, thank you, baby. I'm having to go back and read some of these because mine was down low. Oh yeah. Oh, thank you, Catherine. Oh, I love CC Wine. I'm gonna tell you, BB Winans got that voice just like the man that sang Butterfly Kisses. It's one BB Winans song. That song make me cry. What is it? I can't. It's gonna come to me one day, and I'm gonna tell y'all. Yeah, that Butterfly Kisses. Oh, thank you, baby. Oh, thank you, Decenter. Anytime. Hey, Betty. 14 like, thank you, God. But, just take the Lord at His word. Everything is not going to be, the song said, nobody promised you a rose garden. And that's what I tell myself. You know, in every life, some rain must fall. So you might run through a rough patch. But God said He'll be your strength. And when you need strength and you need that little extra, call on God. Say, Lord, I don't know where to turn. I done got to what they call it, a dead end. What they call it, the dead end? A cul-de-sac. And I would love to have a house that's in a cul-de-sac, y'all. I told my husband that. He said, no, nobody don't want no house at the end of the road. I would love have a house in a there was a picture called Knots Landing one time. It's a spinoff from Dallas. Oh, I used to love that picture. But that BB Winans song, I'm trying to think of it. In Harm's Way. Dissenter, listen to BB Winans In Harm's Way. And I'm going to tell you another song. When me and my husband, Dissenter, let me know if you're still here. When me and my husband, 4 years ago, we renewed our vow on our 50th anniversary, right? I had just had heart surgery, my first heart surgery the month before that. So I wasn't even fully healed, Should have been home resting, but we renewed our vows. And our youngest son, who's a pastor, he was officiating. And I came down, my bridesmaid came down to Isaac Corey Hurd. That's a sweet song too. He wrote that for his wife when they were doing their vow renewal. But I came down to Marvin Gaye Forever. Dissenter, listen to In Harm's Way and Marvin Gaye Forever. You can listen to both of those on YouTube. And you listen to those words. And if they don't bring tears to your eyes, I don't know what will. Marvin Gaye in that song said, he tell the woman, say, you can make a fool out of me and I'll still love you forever. And he was telling her all the things that could happen, but it wouldn't stop his love for her. And if you know knew anything about Marvin Gaye, y'all know he did love hard. He loved hard. I said, "Oh, Marvin, you were a little too old for me, but if you," I told my husband, that's the one thing I would love to do. I would love to meet Marvin Gaye's daughter, Nona. She looked just like him. Just, oh, middle school, how nice. Oh, blessings to you. I pray God, I pray that you have a wonderful school year without incident, and every one of y'all in that school stay safe. I pray blessing over your school, over your home, all of y'all. I pray blessings over your home, over your school. When you get in your car, say a prayer. Say, Lord, I'm going to thus and such place. I know you can get me there and back safely. Sometimes I can pass something I'm going by and don't even remember passing by. I said, Lord, I thank you for keeping me safe because I ain't got no sense today. I tell God, God, Lord, I'm walking by faith here, y'all. I'm walking by faith. I tell people, yeah, what I was going through with my heart damaged my kidney, but you know what? I'm not gonna let no devil make me think that God ain't gonna heal my kidneys. Every time I go to the doctor, my levels are good. I said, Lord, I thank you. I got to drink anywhere from 40 to 60 ounces of water a day. And this is a bottle that I recycled that had tea in it once upon a time. And I made marks on it. Right here's 8 ounces. Right here's another 8 ounces. I drank this. I know my kidney doctor told me that my coffee was counted in my daily amount of water. Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. I do appreciate it. And you know what? Y'all gonna be in my prayer. Dissenter, I'm gonna tell my bishop to put you and your husband on now. I'm gonna put your name. We got a box where we put prayer requests on. I'm gonna put your name. I'm just gonna sit dissenter and husband and family. Cause in all, don't let nothing steal your joy, and don't let nothing guard your peace. Guard your peace. You know what peace Madonna tell you to guard. I'm not Madonna. Medea. I ain't talking about that peace. Don't I ain't talking about guarding that peace. But if you got one of those pieces, keep it up locked so the baby can't get it. But God is faithful, y'all. I'm a living witness. Because you know what? I meet people right now. I meet a young lady. She's the overseer of her church. And I was going in Walmart one day. And her family and my family know one another. I graduated with one of her older brothers. And she'll say, girl, you are a walking testimony. Everywhere I go, people say, and I give my testimony. Because the Lord said, the Bible tells us if God do something for you, you tell it. If you don't, worst thing can come on you. How many things can come on you worse than heart failure? Because once that heart gone, ain't no more you. If that heart stop, I used to say all the time, your heart stop, that's your booty. When that heart is gone, don't worry about how your behind looking these jeans. Do these jeans make my butt look big? You know how they had something saying that one time? You have a fantastic day too. I'm gonna get ready and get off because I've been on 2.5 hours. Thank y'all for 13 thumbs up. Somebody says 14, and I do appreciate it. But I love talking to y'all like this. And if y'all want more like this, let me know. And I don't mind sharing. Those of us who has wisdom, who older, we're supposed to share. That's how I got it. From my ancestor, my mom, my grandma, my aunties, my older cousins. Everybody imparts something in you. When you got a child growing up, even your grandma, when you take your child to your grandparent, his grandparent, They're imparting something in him. So he take a little you, a little your daddy side, his daddy side, a little your side, and all of mixing together to make him who he turns out to be. But don't be afraid to teach your son how to iron his own clothes. Okay? Don't be afraid, because he might not get a wife. Or he might get a wife and get divorced. Or God forbid his wife might go see God. But the center, you and I can talk about thrifting one day, because I'm gonna show you a hand. The center, I'm gonna show you this. I don't know if you're still here. This is a Vera Bradley handbag that I thrifted a while back. It is beautiful. It's a little tote, and it's not like a straight up and down. It's a little narrow at the top, and then it widens at the bottom. It's quilted. I love this pattern, and inside got Vera Bradley, but this is not real leather. See how that's coming off? I was gonna peel all that off and then get me some fabric and sew me a little thing to make a handle for it. Oh, thank you. I love handbags. I got so many. We call them pocketbooks here. And then the bottom, so I can peel all this off. But then I said, what I think I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna take these little rings off and keep those. And I think I'm gonna take the zipper out. I had a bag by Carlos Santana, pretty brown bag, and it started doing like this. I just took the zippers off and threw the rest in the trash, because I might even take this Vera Bradley logo. I might keep the whole lining. And if I make a bag, I have a lining. That's exactly right. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I need to go upstairs and do some sewing. Yeah, because you know what? We can reuse stuff. And you know what? I can also make this into a Bible cover. You know that? I can make this into a, oh, it's already got a zipper on it. All I got to do is take these handles off and carry it like a big clutch. But I think I'm going to do that. If I don't dissect it and take the zippers off, like I got a 9 West bag my daughter gave me, purple and cream, for my birthday a few years ago. But when I got to run like to Piggly Wiggly, or run to make a quick trip to Dollar Tree, I just stick my wallet in this is Betsy Johnson. I just stick my wallet and maybe a bliss stick, because you got always have something for them chapped lips. And my keys, and throw that in there, and then I'm off to the store. But I'm gonna show you another bag. Now, this is Dana Bachman. I don't think she do anything anymore. Thank you, Catherine. I think but the only thing, y'all, I'm gonna have to work. These handles is leather, but it was laying down and kind of balled up, so I'm gonna have to kind of. I think I'm gonna lay it on. Oh, thank you. And I love when they have the little pockets on the front pocket. Stick my phone there, and her name is right here. But the only thing, y'all, and this is just me, I do not like pocketbook with a whole lot of compartment. It got this right here with a zipper with a part here. Then it got something on this side. It got a zipper on the back wall. And then it got a little pocket here. You can put your phone, a little pocket here. You can put your shade. And a big gap pocket. This is a pocket on the back wall. I don't carry that stuff, all that stuff no more, so I can use a smaller bag, because if I carry a big bag, I'm just going to fill it up with a whole lot of junk I don't need, y'all. I don't know who else do that. So I was thinking about, and y'all, I was thinking about cutting this inside part out, but I couldn't figure out a way I could sew it back. So I'm just gonna leave it in there, and I might just donate it. Cause this blue floor by Dana Bachman. Then I got a Dana Bachman that's blue and white, and stripes come this way. White with navy blue and a splash of light blue. But yeah, I got pocketbooks and hats. I think I can wear a hat every color. And then I put them up and can't find out when I get dressed. I said, I know my black hat is somewhere, and I got more than one black hat. Cause I got hats for the summer, hats for the winter. I sold my cousin a pretty, cause I'm a reseller, and I had hats that I was selling. I had dresses, I had skirts, I had books, and she would put. And I had this brand new hat. It was blue with some silver running through it. She said, "Girl, if this hat was in a boutique, it'll probably be about anywhere from $175 to $250." And I started not to sell it because it still had the tag when I got it from the thrift store. She said, "I give you $35 for it, honey." I took it. I sure did. Then she was keeping her mom. Her mom had had an aneurysm or something, and needed care. So she carried her mom into her house and was keeping her. And she said they were having something her mom was in, and she needed a hat. So I guess she said she can wear pink. She said, "Do you have a pink hat I can buy?" I said, "I got a pink hat I'm gonna give her." So when she did the little thing I think they had a hat parade or something. And she put in there, she said, "My mom looking nice with the hat her niece gave her." And she said, "By the way, this hat I bought it from my cousin got a boutique." She said, "My cousin got a boutique in her house. Y'all go check it out." And she gave my website. But I don't have all. I used to have stuff on Etsy. I had stuff on eBay. I still got stuff on Poshmark, and I got to go and reliven my Poshmark. And I got some more stuff I need to put up. I got to start resell. I want to start selling on Vinted. But anyway, I'm gonna get ready to go, y'all. And y'all hung in there with me, and I'd appreciate it. I was looking at QVC. They had linen there. They going to sell these high price clothes. So I'm. Oh, I hope you have a fantastic day too, baby. I usually let me see. Can I got to get up because I ain't even made my bed, and that's unusual for me. But I'm gonna go in here, and I'm gonna put my Walmart storefront in here. And if Decenter or anybody shop online, oh, y'all so sweet. Y'all just brighten my heart up so much. Okay. I'm see ATPS PS semicolon L M RT dash US slash. I put my Walmart storefront in here, y'all, because the FCC said if you mention it, you got to put it in here, but you're under no obligation. And if you want to go, my views are down, so if you can go just poke around and help give me views, I would love that too. Anytime. You want to surf on my Walmart. Let me see, 4DRSBJA. I hope it was right, y'all. DRSBJ. I think that's it. Let me get my paper, y'all. Let me see what I do with my paper that got it on it. Yeah, I got my purple thread, so well, I think that's right, y'all. But it didn't come out. It didn't come up, did it? Well, I put it up there. You can scroll back. You'll see it. I don't think I got it ready. Sorry about that. The phone fell. I thought I had it on everywhere. Let me go and search that, and let me get it, and let me see if I got it written on this. Okay, I got it. HTTPS semicolon. Oh, I didn't put the // So let me take that out. That's my mouse don't want to do right, y'all. I got to get my husband to put a battery in it. My husband is the keeper of the batteries in this house, y'all. We keep watch batteries. He put batteries in my watch. Oh yeah, now my mouse is working. Let me see, can I click that? He went right out of where I was. Hold up there. Let me get that right. Let me take that out. I left out this // Let me see. I'm going to remove that and put it in right. HTTPS semicolon // WAMRT dash U, period, US slash 4DRS BJA. Okay, there you go. Y'all click that. Okay, have a great day. I hope I said something here today that will help somebody. God bless each and every one of you. Y'all are some of the sweetest, kindest people I ever met in my life, and I thank God for. I keep knocking the phone. I got the phone sitting up in the folder of my computer. And I thank God that He brought y'all here to chat with me. So December, I'm coming over to your place. Thanks for the thumbs up, y'all. I think I'm gonna go and cook some grits so when my husband come back, he loves grits, y'all. He got to cut grass down close to his sister, so he might end up eating breakfast at her house. I don't know. But anyway, I thank y'all for being there. God bless each and every one of y'all. I love you, and you can't do nothing about it. But what I was saying, I did tell y'all, we sat here for a couple of hours. And my husband said, how about that girl that sings so and so and so? And we were fine, and we would talk about, he talked about how pretty that, what's her name? Toni Braxton. He said, oh, she is beautiful. Patti LaBelle, beautiful. So I thank y'all so much. Have a great day. I will see y'all later. It's been almost 3 hours, y'all. Thank God. Because y'all know I'm trying to get monetized. So I will do it from my phone from now on, because I do get more people. Thank you, Matthew. All right, y'all. See you in the next one. God bless. Now I got to learn how to turn this thing off on my phone. Okay, Catherine. All right. I'm working on a schedule now. Have a great day. Bye-bye. I'm moving my mouse like I'm live on my computer, and I'm live on my phone, and the mouse. I'm wondering why it ain't doing it. All right, see you later. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile.